welcome back to the show. Courtney, ready to get things started?
Definitely.
I know you are. Thanks for the demonstration a little bit earlier. That was really, really nice. I'm surprised we're still here. Anyway, my first guest tonight is the head basketball coach for the Marsh University Lady Thundering Herd. He needs your help tomorrow to jam the cam as his team takes on Southern Miss. Please welcome Coach Royce Chadwick. There he is.
How we doing?
Coach, thanks for coming back on the show. This is Courtney.
How are you? Good to see you.
Have a seat. So big time tomorrow, right?
Well, we hope so. We're excited. You know, it's our 8th year for Jam the Cam, so it's a thing that we kind of have down a little bit. We've worked on it forever, and we always get big crowds. It's a lot of excitement. We tell recruits there's nothing like walking down that tunnel, coming out in that arena when a Jam the Cam game is going on. And the last time we had Kentucky, we had 7,200 people in there. So that's quite a feeling for a young lady to feel the vibration of that tunnel as you walk out on the court.
Did you set a record, an attendance record one year or not?
Yeah, we did with the Kentucky game. Kentucky, we had 72-54, something like that. And, you know, Kentucky brought a lot of fans. It was very noisy with a lot of blue in there. But the record that we set was a record in the MAC at that time. And, you know, we feel good about where our Jam the Cam games have gone. And this is a big one because it's on ESPN, too. And for our first time in my tenure, we'll be coast to coast live. So the Conference USA at the end of the year looks at their games and they decide which arenas they want to put games in for the next year. They look at the excitement, the enthusiasm, and the type of team that's returning, and all of those boil into the fact that you might get another game next year. So if we put our best foot forward for Jam the Cam this year for ESPN, then hopefully we'll get another game next year and maybe pick up 2 at one point.
And this game here originally, according to the schedule, was just Southern Miss versus Marshall. Now Southern Miss, they're #1 in the conference. You were up and down this season. You were at #1 in points. So this is going to be a pretty big game. Well,
they're all big in February. As you know, you go on and you add numbers to February. From February 1st to February 20th, they get bigger with the number. But Southern Miss is in a situation now where they're about to go on the road. They have 4 straight road games. We are coming off of a January where we played 4 home games and 7 road games. So now our deal switches around. We've got 4 home games, 2 road games, but we just have to take care of our business. And if we do, we're going to have an opportunity to be exactly where we want to be for the tournament. And the tournament this year basically will, Conference USA will boil down to who can win the tournament. If you win the tournament, you're going to the NCAAs. If you don't, you'll be headed to the NIT, or you won't be going to the big dance.
And that's something that Coach always preaches. I always hear you say, March, March, March. You want to get your team prepared and ready for the tournament. How do you think we're ready to roll this year?
Well, I think so. You know, I mean, we'll do everything we can to try to keep them healthy, and right now we're healthy. We do everything we can to develop our young players, give them some opportunities early so that when we have to put them in the fire in March, they're ready to go. So I feel like our team is very much energized right now. I feel like we're ready to go, do the things that we need to do to go win the tournament in New Orleans, and that's what it's always about. You know, people don't remember what you did in November, but they never forget what you did in March.
Absolutely. Now let's not forget about you now. The last time you were on our show last year, you just won your 500th game as a head coach. And I was just told before you came out this past season you won 100 more, another 100, 200 more, is that right?
You know, I really don't know. They kind of prodded me about the 500, so I'm just I really don't know what the numbers are.
Well, I like what you said last time. You know, you play long enough, you're going to get those victories. But for you, that's not true because you've got a really good handle on what you do over there, and you got some great athletes too. Like we were talking about Chantel Handy earlier. I mean, she plays for you, but then when the spring semester is over, she's going to go back home overseas to Great Britain. She might have the opportunity to play for what team coming up here in 2012?
Well, Chantel has a ton of talent, and because she is from England, she has an opportunity to play for her national team, and she is in the development squad right now for the 2012 Olympics, which would be really cool for her to have that opportunity. They have about 20 young ladies that are on that team that they're developing for the 2012 games, and if she continues to improve, I think she's going to have a legitimate chance to go and represent her country, which would be extremely exciting for everyone involved.
Oh, it's unbelievable, and I'm sure you'd be very proud and cheer her on. And another player on your team, Alyssa Hammond, she scored, what, 500 points in her freshman and sophomore year underneath you, and you know, she's just she's that person you want to get the ball in her hands. How is she doing this season?
Well, she's kind of a do-it-all young lady. You know, she can rebound, she can score, she can play defense. She's a little undersized in that she's 5'11" and playing the post, but what she doesn't have in size, she makes up with heart. She's a girl that will have 1,000 points before she graduates from here, and she's been a 2-year starter for us, and you know, she's just gotten better with each and every game, and we really are going to lean on her heavily in March to carry this basketball team when it counts the most.
Now, I want to bring something else up, kind of changing subjects. I always like the fact that WMUL 88.1, they broadcast all of your games, home and away, and they do something called Chadwicks Chalk, where during the timeout, you have a microphone on and they can hear exactly what you're telling the team. Sometimes it's not the best thing in the world because you might be a little fired up and making your changes, but what does that say for your team? Like, you know, you're on the road and anyone anywhere can listen to you all and hear your all's game.
Well, we're in the entertainment industry. You know, we are trying to put a good product out there that all the Herd fans will be excited about. And the more people we can generate excitement about our program with, the better we feel we're doing. So actually, we put the microphone in my pocket and I forget it's there. And we just go in, and I don't think our players really think about it. But if you want to know what's going on in the huddle, you can bring a radio to our home games and you can listen in on the huddle so that you're a little bit more in tune with what the team's trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish. And, you know, it just works to try to help people be on the inside out of our program, and it's been really, really good for us.
Well, Coach, good luck tomorrow. What time is the game?
We're at 3:30, and we would love to have you come.
Jam the camp. I'll definitely be there. Good luck to you. Coach Chadwick, everyone, thank you again for coming on the show. We'll be right back with Brandon West.